All right. Hello, everyone. It is a beautiful Friday out today. Thermostat reads 71 degrees. It's sunny, lightly cloudy, and more importantly, it's shoulder day. And I'm going to mix it up, go to a gym that I haven't been to in a long time. And further, one that I don't think you guys have ever seen. And there's a few reasons for that. Primarily, it's because it's crowded. It's a popular gym. A lot of younger people work out there. A lot of college kids, a lot of students, like high school. And it's closer to campus. I live close to a university, and this one's pretty close to campus. So a lot of students there and younger folk. And honestly, there's some freaky guys that work out there, some monsters. One guy that used to work out there, he's since moved to a different gym that I don't like as much. I've been there a few times, just a little too TikTok-y for me. There's like light rings and tripods, and all the equipment is like super new and super fancy. It's not gritty enough for me. It's too LA, too Miami for me. But regardless, anyway, he used to work out here, and he still does occasionally, from what I understand. He is a big guy. He's like 6'3", 6'4", maybe taller, and all of 280 pounds. Big dude. But when he's bulking, I don't know. He might be on prep right now. Who knows? But he's also a competing bodybuilder. So, but anyway, going to it's actually like the sister gym of the smaller one that you guys see a lot in my videos. It's just kind of because that's like sort of like a side location. This is the main location, and as an employee of said organization, I can work out there. But I just tend not to go there. It's a little bit further of a drive sometimes. It's a little bit, the traffic can be a little bit more problematic, and it's crowded. So we'll see, how my tripod messes with everything. Hopefully I don't cause too many problems, and hopefully it's not like packed, because I am going to record everything, and I just don't want to get in too many people's ways. That's all. Because the gym is a public space. You have, unless there's like a rule against it, of course, you have a right to set up a tripod and record. You don't have a right to not have people walk in front of it, to have people interrupt your video, things like that. You don't. It's a free society. You can record people, or not people. You can record yourself. You can record your workouts. You can have a tripod, but you don't have the right to control other people's actions. So, there you go. Anyway. I'm kind of running on a budget for time today. My fiance is leaving town essentially as soon as she gets off of work. So I want to get in there, hammer a lift, get a quick pose down in, and leave. I'm not going to even do a treadmill warm-up. I didn't bring an energy drink. I've also had like 3.5 cups of coffee today, but so we're just going to get in there, hammer it, and get out, and get back home in time to kiss her goodbye, if you will. Not if you will, that's not an idiom. That's like a literal, actual thing that I'm planning on doing. So, she's got some sort of show to go to with her mom and her brother. They bought tickets as like a birthday present for her a while back. So, yeah. of course, there's a few reasons I'm not going. One, the type of like thing it is does not really interest me. 2, dude, we are 3 weeks out today. Like, it is 21 days out today. I'm not going anywhere for the next 3 weeks. The only place I'm going is going to be Fort Wayne 3 weeks from now. That's the only place I'm going for long-term travel. So yeah, that's essentially what's going on there. Yeah, I got all my meals in already today. I mean, not all of them, of course, but up to this point. You know, I made some chicken last night, which was really good when it was fresh. It didn't reheat fantastically well, but it never does. So, yeah, so I had chicken for breakfast and for lunch. And for breakfast, I had chicken and some green beans, Chevy Nova, and actually, I think that was a Chevelle. That was a Chevelle for sure. Cool car. But then for lunch, I had chicken and oatmeal. I had to choke down my oatmeal, man. I was just like, you eat this like dry, reheated chicken, and then you struggle through that. And then the oatmeal, you're just like, I don't want to eat it. So yeah, I got through that. You know, again, you know, having to choke down food this deep into prep, maybe a positive, right? So, look on the bright side there. And I already got my cardio in early this morning, so that was 4 sets of cardio this week. None of them were outrageous. Like, last few weeks, I've been doing like 3 sets, but 2 of them would be like 400 to 600 calories. So each one this week was pretty close to 300. Like, it was much more reasonable, you know, like 30-minute sessions instead of like 45 or 60. Nothing wrong with doing long amounts of cardio, frankly. I find it actually is pretty nice because you're all like, well, what else am I going to do at the time? Might as well burn some fat. Anyway, and so that's 4 for the week. That's in excess of 1,200 calories, probably close to 1,300. So not quite half a pound, but a third of a pound burned off right there. When it comes to weight, actually, my weight's been doing some tricky stuff. I did have 2 refeed days this week, so that is partially explanatory. But, you know, earlier in the week, like, I was like 182. I was under 182, like 181.6. I was like, you know, light. And the last 2 days, I stepped on the scale, I was 184, and I'm like, that can't be right. But, you know, the scale is not, it is important. It doesn't lie, etc. But it's not the end-all, be-all of fitness, weightlifting, bodybuilding, etc. Let's see if I can scoot over. All right, cool. Now, don't get me wrong. If I was 190, it would be obvious that I'm cheating on my diet. And I'm not. I am incredibly strict right now. I am getting everything to the T, okay? No goofs, no cheats, no little snacks. I'm not tracking everything. Everything that I consume is tracked. So it's not that. It's not an excess of caloric intake. What I'm thinking is that it's actually glycogen, like water storage. Like, I have increased water reserves in my muscles, like more nitric acid, or nitric, I think that's right. Anyway, I'm holding more nitrogen in my muscles, i.e. glycogen, that is leading to retention of water, that is, you know, consequently increasing my weight. And that I think is just the consequence of the refeeds. Nothing to worry about. It's fine. Still stripping fat, still losing fat, and getting where I need to be. So I'm not too worried about it. Not going to sweat it. I really at some point need to put a stronger clutch in this because it's a slippy boy. I had this Beetle tuned, and so it's putting out a little over 110 or 120 horse, but it's like 250 plus pound-feet of torque. And like when I first got it, very shortly after I got it, I had to replace the clutch and flywheel because the factory clutch and flywheel just bit it. Everything. It was catastrophic failure. And I went with kind of a budget flywheel and clutch, so it's not actually that strong, and it doesn't really hold up to this much torque. So if you really put your foot down, it'll slip. So what I can reuse the flywheel, that's fine. The flywheel's fine, but I need to get a beefier pressure plate and a beefier clutch disc, just to hold up to the power. Bigger jobs. But that's way off. I mean, the parts I need are only probably going to be like $100, maybe $200, but it wouldn't take long. It's not hard. I'm really quite good at taking the transmission out of this thing at this point, but I just don't want to do it anytime in the future. Probably when I replace the timing belt and water pump, I'll just do it all at once. Clutch, pressure plate, clutch, pressure plate, timing belt, and water pump and tensioner. Just do it all at once. But that won't be for another 20 or 30,000 miles, give or take. So, no rush. And at the moment, I can just baby it. I don't have to romp the clutch. I don't want to, glaze the flywheel, because then I'd have to get another one of those, and then that would take my $100 project and turn into like a $300 project. We don't really want to do all that, so we're not. So we're just gonna not bury it. Be nice to the clutch. Anyway, shoulders. Hopefully won't be too bad. Well, I know it won't be too bad. It's not legs and it's not chest, and those are the bad days. Those are the days that it's like, whoa, I'm so tired, I'm dying, blah, 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 blah. So, dumbbell shoulder press, upright rows, lateral raises, face pulls. I have this in the wrong order. It's dumbbell. It's press, upright, face pulls, lateral raises. I want to say tricep pushdowns, because we throw those in there. And then our T-posts. I think I have it all down. Don't quote me, but I think that's everything. Anyway, so get in there, hammer those, and move on, If you've stuck around this far for the intro, I want to say thank you. Most people that watch these videos tend to they'll jump in and skip straight to the end to see the posing, which is fine. I don't mind if you want to do that. It's your prerogative, but I do appreciate those of you that watch the whole thing. I know it's not a lot of you, but for those of you that do, I see you, I appreciate you. And if you're watching, here's a secret little message for you. If you're still watching it, just make a little comment. Have a little secret code phrase. You can just put T-post raises in the comments, and then I'll know that you stuck around and you watched the whole thing. And you can pat yourself on the back for that, and I'll give you a cookie. I'll like your comment. I like all the comments at this point, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, so since we're not doing a treadmill warm-up, it's going to cut into our step count today. But it saves us about half an hour in the gym, so what I'm going to have to end up doing is I'll need to walk the dog, or do some yard work, or walk on the treadmill or something. I just got to get my steps in one way or another. And since it's not going to be at the gym on the treadmill, I'll just get a, there's a lot of different ways to skin this cat. or whatever, which is an idiom I never really understood, because who's skinning cats, you know? It's just weird. I can't think of like an instance where you would do that. Maybe like a bobcat, if you're like a trapper, or like you want the pelt or something, but like who's out there killing house cats? It's messed up, dude. Anyway, so here we go, pulling into the gym after this stoplight here. So I will see you guys when I get set up after my calf warm up for the dumbbell shoulder press. All right, here we are. 2 sets of 8 on the shoulder press. We're gonna be rocking 85s today. So, as always, the setup's gonna be the killer. But it's only 8 reps, so honestly, let's fly. Here we go. Okay. All right, well, I kind of came up off the seat there, which was a mistake, because then the bench started to move, and wow, the rest is history, obviously. I'm going to drop to the 80s for the next set, though, I think, because I was pretty hefty, so yeah, we'll do that. All right, no way to do it but to do it. Ooh. Here we go. There's an 80, so should be nice and light, should be easy. All right, we're just gonna go for negative. Still heavy, frankly, but I'll tell you what, though, I am pretty glad we dropped the weight, because that was still tough. Upright rows, 2 sets of 12, 125 on the bar. Same as every week, or last week, whatever. Here we go. I don't want to go too wide. Yeah, so you might recognize the shoulder day tank here, or cutoff, or
stringer. Again, not intentional, but I just wanted to wear a stringer today. This is the one that was on top of the clean laundry, so this is the one that's getting worn. Anyway, good set. All right, run it up. Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. I think there's face pulls next. Lateral raises, 2 sets of 12. We are sticking with the 20s once again. Could I be doing more? Perhaps. Would my form be atrocious though? Most likely. So we're going to stick to the 20s for the time being. Here we go. I think I was 7. So 20s are perfectly adequate. I lied, by the way. Face pulls are after this. But I tell you what, man, that 20 was... It started out not bad, and then halfway through, that got heavy. So I think we just do it again. You know? Yeah, I think that's our option. Here we go. All right. Okay. That was like 11 and a half, but we'll count it for our intents and purposes, I guess. Pet peeve when people say intensive purposes. Incorrect. Boys, take a look at this rope. That is a salty rope. My goodness. It'll hold up, right? Right? Okay. Face pulls. It's really freaking cold in here. Like I'm warm because I'm like working out and stuff, but my nose is freezing. I've got to run. That's how cold it is in here. It's got to be like mid 60s. There's not a lot of people here. Usually there's a lot more people. I expect it to be a bit more crowded. Not complaining, but just wish it wasn't so damn cold. All right. 2 sets 12 on these. 900 pounds on the bar. Or stack. Woo! All right. Do it again. Woo! Let's do it again. I hope this looks cool. Like my rear delts look cool. Which is kind of why, I wore a stringer, but hey. I can't see it. I can feel it. I think I have the rear delt fly things today, actually. I might have forgotten that. We'll see. They don't take long. I don't mind them. 1, 2. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so tricep pushdowns, then the rear delt flies, then the T-post. So this is a longer day than I thought. But anyway, 2 sets 15. I got 95. I got the full stack on there. We'll see how it goes, boys. That's all I'm going to say about it. Here we go. Damn. Not the prettiest, but it counts. All right, so in an effort to minimize the number of cheat reps there, I've dropped weight significantly to 80 pounds. So we'll see how this goes. Dancing. All right. Here we go. In. Still gotta cheat, but whatever. That was horrendous, but we'll take it. All right, rear delt flies. I have like 57.5 on here, but essentially the same as usual. So 2 sets of 15. Let's go. You guys over here, I might just be able to just fly through this whole thing. No brakes. Should be kind of cool. think this machine is a little bit lighter than the other one. Not complaining. Well, I am complaining a little bit, but that's what I'm good at. So. Okay, let's finish it up. Oh, still burns. Yes, sir. All right, T-posts. Let's get them done. These weights up here are all random. There's no organization here. There we go. Whoop, whoop. All right, gotta speed this out a little bit. Okay, so one more of those, and I'll hit you guys some posing here. Those weren't that bad, actually. I did fly through them a little bit. Usually, gosh, does this fry me? But anyway, yeah, one more set and we'll be golden. And then I can head out of here. Excuse me. With time to spare. Yeah. I guess, there's no better time than the present, so might as well just freaking hit the other half. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good job, team. All right. Get a nice area and hit some poses. Okay. So the lighting in here isn't the best, frankly, but it's really nice and quiet. So, trade-offs, I guess. I can hit you guys with a little bit of posing here. Okay. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry about that. I can frame this just a bit better. Try that. Not perfect, but good enough. Okay. Back's a little sore. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of this lighting. I can probably artificially enhance it a little bit. We'll try that. There. Now we're overexposed, but hey, screw it. Decent shoulder pump, but everything else is pretty flat today. If I step back a little bit into the light, perhaps? I don't know. Again, lighting is suboptimal in here. It's kind of a dark room. Guess that's a bit better. Trying to get some boulders going. There we go. Let's see if I can get some vascularity popping for you guys. It's hard to do when you're this flat, but hey, we'll try it. See a little rear delt action here. Anyway, I'm gonna head out here. Tomorrow will be leg press day, if we don't end up taking a rest day. Who knows? It's been like 2 weeks since I've had a rest day, so stay smooth with it.